Hey everybody, this is Justin. Let's go crazy card collecting. I just wanted to bring you guys a video. First, I want to say thank you. I just got 100 subscribers, which is pretty awesome. I didn't foresee that happening. I didn't really care if that happened. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate some help that I've gotten from some friends with Billy Ballgame, and I don't know, it's awesome. I've met people. I've gotten to talk to people. My wife was sick and tired of hearing me talk about my baseball cards. And so I needed some friends. I needed some people to talk this hobby with. And I'm so glad that I've met several of you. It's been an awesome journey so far. I did take a long hiatus. I did about 7 videos and take a really long hiatus because of being a band director and the fall and football season. But I'm going to try to be more regular and do more videos, whether they're 5-minute videos or 25-minute videos, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to work that out. We're going to see how it goes. I just want to meet people. I just want to talk this hobby. I just want to make friends. It's fun. That's what this hobby's supposed to be about, right? It makes me feel like I'm 10 years old again, opening packs and stuff like that. I mean, I don't really do that, but looking at my baseball cards and looking through things, it just makes me feel like a kid again. And so thank you. I'm at 101. What's funny is I was stuck at 99 for a while, and my wife wasn't subscribed to me. So I was like, subscribe to me. So my wife is my 100th subscriber, and that was pretty funny. And Billy said, get her to subscribe to my channel. And I said, I barely could get her to subscribe to mine. So anyway, she's number 100 for me, and I'm grateful. I hope it just means I get to meet new people, more people, and get to experience more things and visit people and talk to people on the phone, text with people. That's all I want, is I just want friends in the hobby. And so it's been awesome. Some of you have reached out. So I appreciate that. And then I also want to talk about, the second thing I want to talk about anyway, is my shift in how I collect. And so when I started, I'd gotten this binder from my mom, and you guys know that story if you've watched any of my videos. I talk about it way too much probably, but I got this binder from my mom that had her cards from the 60s in it. And so it sparked this whole thing, and I started collecting and looking at stuff. And I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I said, where do I start? And he said, well, you've got a lot of the 68, so start there. So I started building this set, and I just went and went and went and decided to get that entire set, all 600 cards, and I did that. And several are graded, and I didn't care what they looked like. I just wanted to get that set. And then it became almost a chore for me. It was like, oh, I gotta there are so many things I want to buy, but now I'm committed to the set, and I want to get everything in it so that it's not incomplete. And so I have a complete 68 set. Some of the cards I don't even care about. I don't like. I'm not going to sell them because I want to keep the set. It's complete, and it is what it is. But there are things in it that I want to shift my focus on. There are parts of it that I may even sell, knowing that I could upgrade them later, because there are bigger cards that I would like to get right now. The biggest card I want to get right now is the Bob Gibson, 59 Bob Gibson rookie, the Pepto-Bismol card, if you will. But so I'm shifting my focus from just buying to have, to buying because I love to hold it and look at it. And, Drew at a Vintage Legacy. Is that right? Sorry, Drew, if I got that wrong. I think that's right. He has done several things, and I've commented on his stuff, and he's commented on my stuff about how one year he bought just 3 cards a couple years ago, and it was cards that he really wanted, and he sold things to do that. Talked about selling anywhere from a 50-cent card, Tony Gwynn card, or Kirby Puckett, or whoever it was, to some higher dollar cards to do this. And I've been doing that a little bit for this Gibby rookie. I'm about halfway there, and I've been selling some things. I don't have a huge budget, and so that's where my focus has shifted. Even I'm doing the full Lou Brock run, and I have one Lou Brock, my 68 card, which would make my 68 set incomplete, and it would take away from the run that I'm building. And I'm thinking about selling the card that I have from the 68 set right now, because when I finish the Lou Brock run and I want to display those cards, I want it to look a certain way. And it has nothing, I don't care. I'll show you the card. Hold on. Here's my 68 Lou Brock. It's way off centered. All my other Brocks are centered. This is a 4. Some of them are 3s and centered way better than this. I would rather sell this, buy a 3 later on after I get the Gibson rookie that is more centered with not as sharp corners. It's just the way I like the way those look. I would rather have that. I would rather have a centered card with fuzzy corners than have a sharp card that is like 90-10 right there. And the back's really off-centered as well. That's just how my focus has shifted. I've also, I had a good conversation with Billy one night. We just talked and talked and talked. He said I inspired him. We'll see where that goes. But we've talked and talked and talked, and I've got some sets up here. There's 82. There's my 68 set right there. That is an 81 Fleer, 81 Donruss. I've got some others. I have a full 85 set, 87 set, 84 Fleer. Anyway, I've got several down here. And then I have thousands of extras. I have 77s. I have 75s. I'm not going to build those sets. I have about 250 77s. I'm not building that set. Not doing it. I'm not a set builder. That's not where my passion is, and at least that's not where it's shifting. And so I'm going to sell those cards, and I'm going to sell them to try to get this Gibby rookie. I would rather have 50 cards that I want to look at while I'm watching TV with my wife than thousands of cards that just stay in boxes. Or like these binders, I will look at these binders, but the full sets I'll probably keep. But all that extra stuff, what do I need all that for? It's not high dollar anyway. I have a collection that I got not very long ago that has some stuff in it that I'm going to sell. Some 53 Bowman is in there. They're all commons, nothing big. And so I'm going to sell those to try to get this Gibby rookie. I would rather have this one card. And I'm probably going to sell this 68 Brock. And then I have a lot of $50 cards because that's my budget. And so I thought about selling a lot of those now and nickel and diming my way to this Gibby rookie. And then, I mean, what do you guys think? Is that where you would do it? Is that what you would do? Is that where your thoughts would lie? Would you sell some of the smaller stuff that you could get back? And that's what Billy was saying. He's got a few $1,000 in 80s cards. And those are, whatever he wants. If he sold those, he could get himself something from the 50s that he is just harder for him to obtain and would take longer, and then buy his way back into those 80s cards later on in the hobby, or in his journey anyway. And so anyway, those are my thoughts on where my collecting has been. Before I was just like, let me have everything. And I do love these Perez Steel autographs. I think they're so awesome. I'm going to try to get some customs of Ozzie Smith, and I know that there were some floating around of Whitey Herzog. And anyway, I love the Cardinals, and I want to get some more. Brooks Robinson, he's an Arkansan. That's where I live. And anyway, I get off track, way off track. But I am going to shift my focus because I really want a Gibby rookie, and I really would like that to be kind of the mainstay of my collection for the time being, and see where that goes. It's a great card. It's a fantastic card of one of my favorite all-time players, and a great player for the St. Louis Cardinals. So I'm excited to do that, and I'm going to take you guys on that journey with me. Like I said, I'm about halfway there. Sold some cards pretty quick to get there. And so I'm going to show you my top 10. And one of the biggest reasons I'm going to do that is that when I do add things like the Gibby rookie and stuff, it's going to shift that top 10, and I want to document that. I want to see where my top 10 was in the genesis of my journey, in the genesis of my YouTube channel, in the genesis of my hobby. And so where was my top 10 and how does that change? I was kind of inspired by a couple of guys to do this, and it was their second top 10 video, and it had changed so much. And so that's pretty cool for me. So I'm going to give you a top 10 video. They're not crazy high dollar cards. Like I said, I have a lot of $50 cards because that's my budget. Every once in a while, I'll wait a couple months, and that's my monthly budget, and it's not much, but we all have a budget, right? And so I am the sole provider financially for my household. My wife stays home with the kids, and so that's where we are. That's my hobby budget, and I make do with it, and it's really fun. And so the first two are actually I have a tie, and these are by VCP, Vintage Card Prices, and they I don't have the prices with me, but this is based off of price. And so I actually have a tie at number 10. And it's with my Clemente, my SGC 5 1968 Clemente. I love that card. And then it's in a tie with this one. A 7.5 Yastrzemski Clemente, or Yastrzemski 68. Look, I was focused so much on getting his name right while I'm saying his name that I can't say the things after it. Yaz 68. So, look at that beauty. That thing's centered. Gorgeous. That's from my mom's collection. I sent it off and got that graded. Just a great looking card. Number 9 is the 63 Bomber's Best. My first few, I guess, are under $100. It's a great looking card. Number 8 is a 68 Willie Mays in a 5. It's a nicely centered. It's a little bit off, but not too much. Great looking card. I love that card. You'll see several of them are from 68 because I built that set, and so I have several cards from that. Number 7. Number 7's a newer card, my 2001 Topps Albert Pujols rookie. I'm not someone who goes out and tries to get 10s. First of all, I can't afford them. Second of all, there's not that much difference between an 8.5 and a 10 to me, especially in a card like this. It's a great looking card. I love it. Centering's pretty decent. Maybe a little off. A little bit off, but pretty decent. Number 6, a well-loved 61 Mantle. That Pujols rookie, by the way, is where I hit $100 in my VCP. I know some of them will go from that based off of more than that, based off of condition. But this one was from my mom's collection, and it's well loved, and I will keep that in my collection. My top 5. This one I had to get for my 68 set. This 4.5 Johnny Bench rookie and Ron Tompkins. Great card. Number 4. If you've watched my channel in the last few videos, you've seen this one. My Lou Brock 5, SGC 5. It was a BVG 4.5 when I bought it. Got a really good deal on it. Cracked it out, sent it into SGC, and it bumped up a half a grade. Love that card. Number 3 is my 68 mantle. It's a 4.5, but man, it's sharp. It's off-center just a little bit. Corners are really sharp. There's like a little, I think that's what made it 4.5. You can kind of see it. Maybe a paper clip was on there. It's a great looking card. I sold a trumpet. I'm a band director. I sold a personal trumpet to buy this card. I sold the trumpet for way cheaper than it was worth. But in my mind, I was thinking if someone had this card, I was helping a student out too. If someone had this card and said, I would trade you this card for that trumpet, I would have done it. So it didn't matter to me. I found out how much this card was being asked for, or how much they were asking for this card. So I set that exact price on the trumpet and made that exact trade and helped a student out. They got a really nice trumpet. So, not one of my students, but a student from a different school. Pretty cool. Number 2 in my collection is a 64 mantle. Great looking card. It's in an SGC 4. Love that card. The number 1 card in my collection, which was my mom's. She opened in 68. It's pretty awesome. I love it. I don't know if the Gibby Rookie will bump it or if it will sit up right underneath it whenever I get it. But it is the 1968 Nolan Ryan rookie card. In a 4, SGC 4. Great looking card. Remember growing up, my mom, she'd always look at the price in the Beckett. Just kind of keep track of it. Every time I'd get a new Beckett, she'd want to see what they said the price of this card was. I'd seen it a few times when I was a kid. We were never allowed to take it out or touch it, which was good. I'm happy that she did that. But anyway, it is the number 1 card in my collection right now, but I am shifting my focus from quantity to quality, and eventually a quantity of quality. But I'm going to get away from having all these extra cards to build sets, and I've got 5,000 count boxes, 3,000 count boxes. I've got a bunch of cards, and I don't care. All the 81 Donruss. I mean, I have 2,081 Donruss cards extra from the set that I have the full set right there, and then about 2,000 extra cards. And I'm really considering putting pretty low prices on them just to move them and get to that Gibby rookie. Tell me what you guys think. Thanks again for 100. Hopefully I'll be around a lot longer and we'll have a good time, and I'll get to meet people, have some adventures and some experiences. And thanks for coming along this journey with me. From the deepest part of my heart, I really appreciate it and I love it. And you guys are great. All of you. Everybody's been great so far. I know there are people in this hobby that aren't, but not anybody that I've met to this point. So we're getting ready to approach 20 minutes, and I appreciate you and I thank you, and I'll talk at you later. So let's go crazy card collecting. Thanks, guys.